everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am very excited about today's video. It is going to be on how I clean my brushes and how I dry my brushes. I'm going to talk about the products that I use to do that, and before I get started, I would like to let you know that this video is not sponsored in any way. None of the companies paid me to do this video. All of the products that I'm going to be showing you guys, I have bought it myself. It was not sent to me, even though it would have been nice actually. But anyway, so let's go ahead and get started. So to start, I would like to talk about what do I use to actually wash my brushes. There are a lot of products out there. Solutions are made specifically to clean your brushes, like soaps and stuff. I know some people have used baby shampoos to do that, which actually works as well because it's a very mild shampoo and you don't want to go with anything too strong on your brushes. What I'm using this face wash by Clean and Clear. It's Essentials Foaming Facial Cleanser, oil-free, and it says it washes away all problem causing dirt, oil, and makeup without over drying. I don't use this on my face. I do find it that it can be actually over drying on my skin. It's a little bit too strong for me. Again, this is something that is just I'm talking from my own experience, but it works awesome on brushes. So so this is what we're going to be using today. I'm also going to be using a Sigma Spa Mitten. It looks like this. It's really cute little thing, and it does the job so well, and has actually two sides to it. So one is like that, where it's a little bit finer here, all of the little spaces. There's one for refine, one for wash, and one for rinse, and then you can actually flip it, and this one's a little bit more bigger here. I do prefer to actually use another side, this one. I don't know, I just like it. And so the way how you would use it, you would actually wear it like this and stick your tongue like that, and so there you go. And so when you would grab a brush, you just go like this, but we'll get to that a little bit later. And I am really loving this, and let me just kind of see. It is on Sigma website. It's called Sigma Spa Express Brush Cleaning Glove, and it's $25. I will link all of the products that I've used today down below in my description box, and I also will leave you guys a code for some discount so you guys can use that. But so this is another tool that we're going to be using today. And to dry the brushes, I will be also showing you guys my new purchase that I just did. It's actually also by Sigma. It's a drying tower like this, and this one is actually for eye brushes, for the eyeshadow brushes. And they have another one like this. It's a big one. This one actually has both. It has like the eyeshadow brushes on top and then the big face brushes, but we'll get to that later. With all of that said, let's go ahead and get started with the actual washing process. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Remember, your water should be barely warm. You don't want to go with a hot water on your brush. And so we're going to get it all nice and wet, and we're gonna squirt a little bit of a soap on it, not too much, just a very tiny bit. And then going with our mitten, it's a spa mitten, I should say. Again, this one is by Sigma, and we're going to go on a space where it says wash, and just kind of in circular motions, rubbing that against the mitten. And then I go in the middle, and then I go to the side where it says refine. That one has a little bit of a finer grit to it, so it kind of refines the brush really nicely. And then this very tip of the mitten, it says rinse, and this is where you go with the water, running over your brush and just kind of rubbing on. And so look at this, how beautiful this is, nice and clean, and it leaves the brush so nice and soft. And so let's go ahead and do this big one. It's a big powder brush, and you can tell how dirty it is, so I got it nice and wet. And again, putting some soap on the brush. And that's okay if you get on the area where it says rinse, or if it says refine, because the brush is pretty big, so you know, it doesn't really fit to that space where it says wash. So just kind of, you know, keep rubbing against the mitten in a circular motions, and you know, just very nicely get rid of all of that dirt, and then rinsing it off. And then I am kind of using that, you know, the tip of the mitten just to kind of rinse it. And you want to make sure that you rinse your brush very, very well, especially, you know, big brushes like this. I did have it sometimes when I kind of was in a hurry, and then I still had some soapy feeling to it. So make sure you rinse it very, very well, and then squeeze out the excess water just very gently. And for now, I'm just going to lay that on the towel until I'm ready for it to be put in the drying towel, and we'll get to that a little bit later. Wow, look at this, how clean, and it feels so soft. I mean, I truly love washing my brushes this way. Alright, so we have washed our brushes, and as you guys saw, I just kind of like washed the brushes and like got rid of all of the you know, excess water, and had them just laying on the towel. So here are some of the brushes. I actually have tons, but just some of the brushes that I have here, and I wanted to show you what I do with it next. So for example, so let's get started with this one, and this one's actually a tapered face brush, F25 by Sigma, and so it's really wet. So what I take a towel, and I just kind of like very, very gently, you don't want to press on it too much, and so just get rid of all of the excess water. And I'm gonna get my tower, and this one, I already have some brushes here, and so these ones, the bottom row is for the face brushes. So what you do, you're gonna go ahead and go from the bottom and go up like this, and just like this. And you want to make sure, you see it right here, you want to make sure that the bristles are very nice and tight in there. And so what's going to happen, actually, it's going to first, because the brushes are upside down, the water is going to be draining and kind of like, you know, going down, which going to speed up the drying process. And then by having so squished in these little rubber bands here, or whatever you call it, little pockets here, it's actually basically squeezing that water out, and so making, again, the process of a drying you know, so much more faster. And then not only that, but it's also nicely, instead of let me just set this here, instead of say washing the brush and just having it laying on something like on the towel, whatever, so basically what happens, your brush dries with being like, say this side is all flat because it's, you know, it's laying on something. So where you have it on that drying tower and it's squeezed up like that, it like nicely, you know, forms the shape back to its original shape. So it's really, really awesome. So let's try another one. So like this one, it's the Breuil technique, and again, it can be tricky actually doing it with one hand. So hold on, guys, I'm sorry. I wish I had somebody help me with this, you know, to videotape this, but let me just kind of push this through in there. Okay, and so yeah, there, whoops. So there you go. Again, what I'm doing here, see, I'm just making sure, you want to make sure that you stop at the right time. See, right there, right here, like this. So yeah, it's gonna be nice. And honestly, guys, I was amazed. I put all of my brushes there, and I literally, like, within a couple of hours or so, I checked on it and they were already almost dry with the big ones. The smaller ones were actually even dry. Where before I would wash them and I would actually lay them on the towel. I had to leave it actually on for like overnight, and still some of the brushes were actually not dry all the way. So I'm gonna show you, for example, like this brush. Yeah, let me see, this one's wet. So this brush here, let me see, like this. This brush here has been already there for a while, so I'm just gonna take it out, okay? And look how beautiful this is. Look at this brush. I mean, it's so, look at this. It's so nice and soft from washing it. And I mean, it's like a new brush. it looks like it's just brand new brush out of the package. As I said, where before I would wash this, I would lay it down and it would be all kind of flat on one side and all kind of lump-sided, and so this just makes it like so nice. I mean, honestly, I was really kind of skeptical about it. I was like, do I really need this gadget? But I'm so glad that I did it, because it truly does benefits me, and I think it's awesome. So the big one, let me just kind of see the price. The big one, the face one, so this one actually is the drying shave tower for face and eyes. Actually, it actually holds up to 24 eye brushes and 20 face brushes. So I think for someone, for someone, see, I have two, because as a makeup artist, I have tons of brushes, and when I do a wedding party or whatever, I come home to a huge pile of brushes that I need to wash. So I did decide to take to buy two. But I think for someone where you're just looking for a personal use, I think this is going to be way more than enough, because I don't think that you'd want to, own that many brushes when it's just, for your personal use. So I think something like this would be awesome. And again, this one is, this one is actually $49. But I will actually link down the link for you guys in the description box down below with the code for some discount. So all right, and so let's go ahead and talk about the eye brushes. Okay, and so here's the washed eye brush, and this one I believe it's MAC 224, and so it's washed, like this. And so I'm gonna grab this one, the smaller one, and so it has actually, let me see, come on, focus. It has different slots here. It has, because some of the brushes are bigger, some of the brushes are smaller. So this one's actually pretty big, I would say. So I would actually go into a larger space here and put it like this, like so. And so look at that. So this is the brush that we did. So it's nicely kind of tight, squeezing it here, helping it to dry faster, and also keeping the shape very nicely. And so let me just pull out some of this one's been here already, so let me just pull this out. And this one is MAC 217, and look how nice it is. It's nice and dry, and it also has that shape. And again, it just almost looks like I just bought this brush. So it is absolutely awesome. And so another thing that I would like to show you guys, so so if you guys notice it on this tower, so the bottom one has a little slots, like a little slots where you put the bristles in. The top one doesn't, which is awesome, because for example, if you have a brush like this, which is an eyeliner brush, it's an angled brush like this, you wouldn't want to squeeze it, because it's a flat, tapered angled brush, so you wouldn't want to. So what I do with these, I just kind of go like this, and then I just put them in the little, just find, okay, there's in a little slot like this, and just kind of keeping it like that, and so it dries in its own shape. And then also I'll show you, for example, I have this synthetic brush, the same thing, I washed it. What I take a towel, and I just kind of squeeze out the excess water. I shape it. I make sure that I shape it, because it is flat, if you can see. So I shape it, and then I grab the tower, and then I'll just put it like this, and it'll be there. It's nice because it dries, and it also, sometimes even when I have all of my brushes there and it's dry, I'm actually just leaving them, and I keep it in my studio like that. It looks really cool, and it's very comfortable to just grab a clean brush when I need it. So yeah, and then last and not least, actually, it's a powder brush. So I'll show you with this one. It's a huge one, and this one's actually by Danielle. So here it is, it's wet, so I'm kind of gently pressing on it, just getting, as much as I can, that excess water. And so here's this brush, and you guys saw how I was washing this brush. And so this one, so let me go back to the face, tower, and so the one for face brushes. And So yeah, of course, none of these slots are actually big enough, and that's just one of the things that I don't like about this. And I really hope that Sigma is actually, I've heard a lot of feedback, and people are, you know, having the same thing to say, is that everything is awesome, everything is great. It's just that I wish that they had at least few slots for big brushes like this, because that would have been awesome. You know, if you have something that you can actually put it in and just kind of hold it like this as well. So what I do with brushes like this, I actually, it does fit actually, you know, the little holder, it fits. So I just kind of have it like this because even having it upside down helps the drying process to be so much more faster. So I just kind of leave it like this. I don't put it in a little, you know, squeezing part there. So yeah, this is it, guys. I really hope that it helped you. And again, I just wanted to share with you guys my feedback about these products. The towers, the drying towers, are actually fairly new to me. I've actually used it a few times now for my brushes, and the minute that I've used it, the minute that I, you know, had it there, and then it dried, and then I was able to see how it nicely kept the shape of the brushes, I knew that I have to share this with you. So anyway, so I really hope that this video was useful to you, and you guys were able maybe to find some, you know, new ways how to make the whole cleaning of the brushes process a little bit easier, because I know myself that I don't really like to do it, but with the products that I showed you guys today, I really do find it fun, and you know, doing it, and it's a lot more quicker. So anyway, don't forget to subscribe and thumbs up this video. Leave me your comments and your requests down below, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!